G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, there's rumour spreading on the internet that federal opposition leader Peter Dutton's worth $300 million. Now, I call bullshit on it, but it's worth looking at, either to find the truth or to rebut it. But it does raise issues in relation to Peter Dutton's wealth and how he manages to hide it. Now, the rumour seems to have started on a YouTube channel called Justice Matters, and they publish a video saying, how did Peter Dutton amass a net worth of $300 million? But they provide no evidence of it. They talk about Paladin, which was a dodgy contract worth over $500 million, which went to a beach shack on Kangaroo Island off the coast of South Australia, which was awarded by the Home Affairs Department when Peter Dutton was a minister. But that by itself doesn't prove that Peter Dutton's worth $300 million. And other than that, the Justice Matters YouTube channel provides absolutely no evidence, nor tries to. So the $300 million figure is something they've just made up. And ultimately that helps Peter Dutton, not anyone else, because it is a fairly obvious lie. Well, the first question that people ask is, well, where's the evidence of the $300 million? What are the assets? Now, the video only mentions Paladin. They could have also mentioned CanStruct. I wrote this about CanStruct. Peter Dutton in the previous federal government awarded a company called CanStruct International a total of $1.8 billion in government contracts in very suspicious circumstances, given they had no staff, no assets and no revenue. That's CanStruct when they won the initial contract. So there's a lot more contracts like that out there that Peter Dutton was aware of or involved in when he was the Home Affairs Minister. But once again, that doesn't prove that Peter Dutton's worth $300 million. Now, it says this on Wikipedia in relation to Peter Dutton's business interests. On leaving the police, Dutton completed a Bachelor of Business at the Queensland University of Technology. He and his father founded the business Dutton Holdings, which was registered in 2000. It operated under 6 different trading and business names. The company bought and renovated and converted buildings into childcare centres, and in 2002, it sold 3 childcare centres to the now defunct ABC Learning. ABC Learning continued to pay rent of $100,000 to Dutton Holdings. Dutton Holdings continues to trade under the name Dutton Building and Development. Now, there's nothing there to imply that Peter Dutton's worth $300 million. He's obviously a multi-millionaire, because we know that because he owns houses on the Gold Coast and also in Brisbane. And I've seen the value, I think, of the unit on the Gold Coast was worth $3 or $4 million. That was in the media a while ago. And he owns acreage, I think it is, in Brisbane, on the outskirts of Brisbane, which would have to be worth a couple of $1 million at least. But that doesn't add up to $300 million. Now, all federal politicians have to declare their assets, which is published on the federal government's website on the Register of Members' Interests. But there's a huge loophole which Peter Dutton seems to be able to get around because he has a family trust. Now, the Labor Party should have passed legislation to outlaw family trusts to stop people like Peter Dutton concealing his true assets via a loophole. Now, in 2019, the SBS reported Peter Dutton drops interest in family trust, which sparked questions over eligibility. Peter Dutton stepped away from a family trust that received Commonwealth subsidies that threw up questions over whether he should be banned from Parliament. Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton has renounced his interest in a family trust that sparked questions about his eligibility to sit in federal Parliament. Labor last year pressured the minister over his family's interest through the trust in 2 Brisbane childcare centres, which received Commonwealth subsidies. They questioned whether Mr Dutton may have breached Section 44 of the Constitution, which bans members from Parliament from having any direct or indirect pecuniary interest with the public service of the Commonwealth. Now, what's the true value of the family trust? We don't know. I don't think it's $300 million, but it could be tens of millions. Who knows? And why haven't the Labor Party tried to close that loophole? It allows someone like Peter Dutton to have a family trust. Well, he claims he's not involved in it anymore. He doesn't have a shareholding. Well, bullshit, his family members do. Now, it's worth asking, does Peter Dutton or his family have interest in the Cayman Islands or investments in the Cayman Islands? Because we know Angus Taylor and the former Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull did. Now, in October 2015, the Sydney Morning Herald published an article titled "Labor Attacks Malcolm Turnbull Over Investments in Cayman Islands Tax Haven." Malcolm Turnbull has taken a pummeling in Parliament over his personal investments in a Caribbean tax haven, including 2 registered at the Cayman Islands address, described by US President Barack Obama as the biggest tax scam on record. The Prime Minister's investment portfolio was raised in the Senate before dominating question time on Wednesday, as he insisted that all his offshore investments are taxed in full in Australia. But they aren't taxed in full in the Cayman Islands. And it's worth asking, does Peter Dutton or his family trust have investments in the Cayman Islands? Was some of the profit from Paladin or the Canstruct, with the government contracts totaling almost $2 billion, was some of that profit funneled into Peter Dutton's family trust or Cayman Island investment? Who knows? But once again, that doesn't mean Peter Dutton's worth $300 million. Now, publishing fake news or spreading the rumour of fake news that Peter Dutton's worth $300 million, it only helps Peter Dutton, like I said, because the average person would say, well, where's the evidence? Oh, there's no evidence. Well, that's just bullshit lies opposition parties are spreading about Peter Dutton. But Peter Dutton is certainly hiding his true wealth. And the question you've got to ask is why? What's he got to hide? And why hasn't the Labor government moved to fix the loophole of a family trust for politicians when they have to declare their assets? They have to declare their assets so we know they're not getting bribed. Well, if they got allowed to have a family trust, we don't know. There's another dirty deal Anthony Albanese did with Peter Dutton. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We won't have a good look at your true wealth, which might show money being funneled into your bank accounts from Paladin and Canstruct. Who knows? If you want to show Peter Dutton for who he is, well, just spread the truth. His dodgy contracts about Paladin, Canstruct, all the other dodgy stuff he's done. The fact that he has a family trust concealing his true wealth, they are true facts. Spread the truth about Peter Dutton. And if you live in Peter Dutton's electorate, make sure you put Peter Dutton last on the ballot paper. If everyone does that, he'll lose the next election. As it turns out, it's the most vulnerable seat in Queensland for the LNP, the Liberal National Party, most marginal seat. And a community independent just entered the race on Monday, Ellie Smith. She has a website, so you can go to her website and support her, because Peter Dutton's managed to win the last 20-odd years. So I think a community independent could potentially beat him at the election. But the main thing to do, if you live in the electorate, put Peter Dutton last. And if you want to help get rid of Peter Dutton, please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button. Please share this video on social media. Our Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. So please support my PayPal account or Patreon account. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. All helps out in a big way. And the link for the PayPal account and Patreon account will be below this video on YouTube and also on my website. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.